Welcome to today's episode about self-dating. The episodes of Hack Your Sexuality, we are talking about different themes related to sexuality. If you want to refresh your mind what sexuality includes, I recommend you to check the intro video. I'm Janika Ruuska, sexual counselor studying neuroscience. In today's episode, we are going to talk about self-dating. Enjoy the episode. So I have this self-dating quiz in my webpage called HYS, so I highly recommend you to check it from there. The whole purpose when I released Hack Your Sexuality was exactly this thing: to know yourself better. What the self-dating is actually. So the HackYourSexuality.com and Instagram HackYourSexuality are both created for you to help you to explore your own sexuality. I'm covering plenty of other topics too, but if you are more into self-dating, there is also the Instagram account called Self-Dating Site, and I highly recommend you to check that. But let's start with today's topic. So, self-dating, meaning that you get to know yourself and your desires better. It's obviously way more easier to communicate this to someone else when you are aware of this. So with self-dating, you become more aware what you enjoy, what are you looking for. Maybe you could also describe how would be the perfect date. So I will give you a few examples, few questions you can go through and think, but remember that this is your journey, so you have your own rules. You don't need to take everything I'm saying here. So maybe the first thing to think is that what are you looking for? What gender you are looking for? Does it matter even? Are you looking for relationship? What kind of relationship? Are you looking sex? Do you need it? You can even think that way more further. Like you can imagine if you would like to live with someone. You don't need to know everything, but these might be really interesting questions. The purpose for this is that it's also fun, not just really serious thing. Then the next question would be, what are the actions you enjoy? So if we imagine the date you would go. So what comes to self-dating, you can try these by yourself, to go to date with yourself. So would you like to go to do some sports, or maybe movie, or would you like to have some nice walk next to the ocean or in the forest? Or how about food? Would you like to go for eating dinner or lunch or maybe breakfast? What kind of food? Is it maybe sushi, some Mexican food, Finnish food? So maybe in addition to the actions you would like to do, you can expand it a little bit more. Like what kind of environment you enjoy? What would be the perfect timing for you? Maybe how long you would like to be there? And maybe also, if you know the action, there are still quite huge variety inside those. So for example, movies, you can decide what kind of movies you prefer. Then you can think what kind of pleasure you enjoy. So for example, massage, kissing, maybe hugging, touching, and the list continues. But you can also think that if you enjoy massage, for example, where in your body you enjoy that? What kind of touch you enjoy? Is it more gentle or more rough touch? Also with the kissing, where in your body you like to have that? Do you like that the intensity changes, or do you want to have more stable kissing style? So kind of imagine your senses, and also you can play with your senses, but we will talk about this later episodes. It's also interesting to think what kind of communication you prefer. So do you prefer more jokes, or do you prefer that you are more straight with your talking? Does it matter what kind of words are used? Is there some words you don't like at all? Maybe naming your body parts, do you know which you enjoy the most? Does it matter with the language, if there is some language you enjoy more in intimate situations? Also about the timing. You can imagine that maybe after work you don't like to have the discussion at all if you have a really social type of job. For some it doesn't matter, but this is just an example. If it is hard to cover everything you would like to do and like to have and things you enjoy, you can also think what are the things you don't enjoy at all. Self-dating, it's not just to discover how you would like to have your date with someone else or how you would like to have things with someone else. It's also for bring the pleasure for your own life. So the things you are doing by yourself doesn't need to be the things you would like to do with someone else. It just can be your own time. But for sure, it helps to communicate with others. What are you looking for? What are the actions you enjoy? What kind of pleasure you enjoy? What kind of words you would like to have there? And this is not some kind of that you need to do some task and complete it. This is all about the pleasure. So have some fun and explore the things you enjoy. See you on next episode.